another tablet, Felix eyes gazing into your
Which
soul.
still decided to use Master instead, which Roland also did not want to be called. They finally got to move on to their destination, and Nil and the others started to talk amongst each other about their past achievements, making Roland realize that the party was just temporary for this mission. He asked the others about their ranks, and learned that the Sphere guy and Healer were both C rank, while Nil was D rank. And the guy with the spear asked what Roland had achieved, to which Roland only responded that it was completely ordinary stuff, causing the man to scoff and continue on. After a while, they were about to arrive at the village, but Roland said that they needed to hurry, confusing the others and angering the healer, since he claimed to be the leader of the party. He explained that there was smoke coming from the direction of the village, but the others assumed that it was just people burning wood. However, a roar suddenly broke out into the air as a wolf-like creature started to charge their way. Roland recognized it and told everyone to stay calm, and he wondered if he should finish it off quickly before immediately telling himself that that's not something a normal employee would do. The dark-haired male started to explain that the... I'm starving. Who's cooking today? Rodriguez. Nobody's in there cooking like a mother. Right. Reach for the sauce that started in an Italian mother's kitchen. Who's supposed to cook like a mother? Yes.
Fix your game, okay? Don't mind me. I thought my shit was fucking noise canceling. Turn that shit on.
Unfortunately, the guy with the spear could not have the
Why?
same desire to go near the wolf, and
I
started
shouldn't
to run
have to
away
do
as the
that.
wolf started to run at them. But Roland quickly grabbed him and slapped him in the back of the head, while saying that Chief
Wait, I got
introduced himself
distracted.
and thanked Roland and the others for the help. However,
I forgot where we're
mentioned the
supposed to
other
be
beasts
going.
with Red Wolf until everyone in the group casually said that they already slayed
Got
it on the way
distracted.
there. Roland told the chief that they could all rest easy now, and the villagers wanted them to stay and rest for the night while they would prepare a feast as thanks for what they had done. Roland walked around the place and took a look at the corpses that seemed to all die because of the Red Wolf, as the chief explained how they had been living in constant fear with the monsters lurking around. Roland explained that the Red Wolf was a monster that could be considered as a creature with high intelligence, as the chief remembered other monsters that had appeared in the village in the past, such as orcs,
Wow.
that made many people choose to abandon the village. The chief sighed in frustration about why things had to be the way they were, when all they wanted was to live in ordinary life, making Roland wonder about how much pain he himself had been through to achieve such a life. With a determined expression, he told the chief not to worry, and reassured that
So, my wife got me this weird new tool for Christmas. And at first, I thought it was kind of crazy. But after using it just one time, I could not believe the results. It ended up being one of the most useful gifts I've ever received. The Super Gauge is a new tool that fits against any weird shape, object, angle, or formula, and automatically adjusts the perfect size, and you can trace the perfect outline. So instead of spending hours tracing outlines by hand, now I can do the most time-consuming part of remodeling in seconds. I mean, even if you don't plan on starting any home projects soon, I'm sure you know someone that does. With the Super Gauge, they can save hundreds of hours of measuring work. You're seeing this video because you can get 50% off.
there wouldn't be any monsters attacking the village from now on. Night fell and everyone was gathered around a fire, this time not created by monsters, while eating and drinking happily with each other. During this scene, Roland couldn't help but feel touched by it, and also remember the other people he had met to this day, such as Melia and her family. But he had things to do. Later in the night, Nil and the others could be seen drinking among themselves, while talking about the achievements they had made that day and how it was all thanks to Roland. But as they turned back to check on him, he was gone, causing them all to be confused. Far in the forest, Roland had walked back to the same spot where he had fought the salamander, and he called out to the person he noticed earlier. This man walked out with a smirk while chuckling about how Roland looked so normal, yet had the strength and abilities to fight the salamander and Red Wolf like nothing. He claimed to be an A-rank adventurer and monster tamer who was looking for strong teammates, explaining that he was using his monsters to attack villages to lure adventurers in for him to find. But Roland seemed upset to hear the plans of this overconfident man. Roland told this man that he took away the today that they worked so hard on them, but this stranger insisted that the villagers only died because they were weak, starting to laugh the words of the dark-haired man. This man called Roland annoying, and said that he didn't need him anymore, pulling out a dagger while saying that he could still fight out his monsters. But Roland gave a cold glare, and said that he was talking a lot. Dead man. Within seconds, blood spilled from the man's mouth, as he fell to the ground seemingly dead. And Roland swiftly walked away, seemingly not noticing these strange wolf-like creatures that walked up to the body. It was now the next day, and everyone had said goodbye to the four men as they walked off, while Roland wondered how Layla had been doing. But his thoughts were interrupted by Nil admitting that he followed Roland into his den, but claimed that he didn't see or hear anything. Before asking Roland if he could accept the archer as his disciple, Roland immediately said no, shocking Nil as he tried to persist with his reasons and desires. He told Nil that all he had to teach was basic, but Nil didn't care, and Roland finally didn't say no, but he didn't really say yes either, and just told Nil to hurry up as they continued walking. They finally arrived back at Nil, as Melia was excited to see Roland, but was shocked to hear about what was experienced by the group. She marked the quest as complete, and gave everyone their pay, along with giving Roland a bonus to his salary and a day off. However, he was shocked to hear what he was receiving, since he thought the quest was only a simple errand, causing everyone to shout in shock. Melia also mentioned that the branch director wanted to speak with him, and he went over to tell Iris about the monster-taming man he had met, and how he had disappeared. But Iris said that there was nothing they could do about it. She changed the topic, and told Roland that, as thanks for his work, he would buy dinner for the both of them at a luxurious restaurant. But he said that he had things to do, such as taking care of a cute cat, quickly leaving. As Iris felt completely defeated after seemingly losing to a cat, Roland made his way back and was greeted by an annoyed Layla, who seemingly had a bad day after being chased by Melia and forced to eat cat food. He said that he was trying to make her happy by buying steak and wine as she asked, but it didn't seem to be enough, and she seemed to want to know what else happened at the village that she didn't already know. The dark-haired male wasn't hesitant in responding, and admitted that it was his first time killing someone out of his own will, and said that he would do his best to avoid it She's the only one who could understand it. He pulled her into a hug and admitted that he felt strange and warm whenever he was around her, causing her to become flustered as she admitted that she felt the same while hiding her face in embarrassment. Roland noticed this and how her ears were getting red and asked if she was alright, but she just got upset and told him to find that out himself. Roland was making his way through the city while carrying a bag of groceries, trying to walk back to his house until he passed by an alleyway. He already passed by without hesitation as if he didn't see anything at that moment, but he did sense something strange and walked back to poke his head in, before walking in with confusion. That was when he stumbled upon a small girl who was dirt. Beat, bruised, and in tattered rags, seemingly hanging from her low with a gloomy expression. He stood there
I'm
for a
carrying
second
a
before
squid on my
eventually
back.
moved
Okay, I was
down
like,
to
what the fuck is that?
raised her head to look at him.
Apparently Jefferson isn't alive, and the squid at night, apparently when you ring the bell at night and go to speak to Jefferson, which is the sailor, the human sailor, the squid is attached to him. And he's like, oh no, we're just best friends.
No, I know it before the show did.
So at night, when you go visit the sailor again, Jefferson's body's like corpse is just shoved into a box, and he's in a fish tank. And you go up to Jefferson, and he doesn't say anything. Go up to the squid, he's just like, huh, what's going on? And he's just like, oh no, I've been caught, please. Don't talk about my secret. And he's like, he's just like, I have someplace to show you. So I have to go there by foot.
Since she would need it for that night's dinner. That was the moment that Layla had noticed the girl on the back of Roland, and she asked what was with the kid, as Roland walked toward the entrance of the house, just explaining that he was going to be taking care of the kid for a little while. She asked why he would even bother doing that since it wasn't like anyone asked him to, but he said that it was not going to be a problem since they had an extra room anyway. Layla decided that he could do whatever he wanted, telling him that the bath was ready, even if she could tell him that it was preparing dinner for the night. After a short bath, the girl had already fallen asleep, since it likely helped her relax. He asked Layla if there was a way for a person to remove the slave insidious one, which Layla said that there was. However, it couldn't do much, since she couldn't use magic anymore. The woman realized how much Roland had been staring at the girl, causing Layla to try teasing him about how kind he was, despite being a former assassin. Getting back on topic, Layla explained that the slave insignia was a contract that could only be removed by the one who cast it, but Roland already knew this. And that was only if they were talking about human knowledge. Layla took a closer look at the girl and wondered why someone even made her a slave, since she didn't look like she would tell for much, which Roland agreed to, as Layla explained that humans tended to use different slave contracts, mentioning that the girl's was a common one called the Devil's Contract. It was a contract that exchanged one's soul for extraordinary magic power. However, there was an alteration on top of it, that being subordination and inability to lie. She said that she could teach Roland the spell, but if he couldn't learn it properly, it wouldn't work. And there was even still a chance that it would fail. He still wanted to learn it no matter what. And Layla became narcissistic for a moment, saying that he should be grateful that a demon lord like her would personally teach him. But Roland quickly corrected her and told her to hurry it up. After a while of teaching, Roland finally felt like he had a shot at breaking the seal, and walked over to the child, before Layla remembered one last thing about her explained. The dark-haired male man casually cast the spell first try and successfully broke the slave insignia on the girl's neck, causing it to disappear within seconds. Layla stood there with a mouth having a fifth-rank magic spell in just one try, and without making a magic circle, making his magic on par with hers. Roland asked what she meant by a fifth-rank magic spell, which caused him to explain that there was a ranking system for demons, where the higher the rank, the stronger their magic
So I
became,
have
and Layla was the only first rank.
3
She told Roland that
tablets,
she had a knack for
but
magic.
it doesn't
Roland
tell me
didn't
where
feel
they
like he did
are.
much, as he just did what she taught him, but Layla wanted to insist that he shouldn't be humble, as his magic was already on par with the demons. Later in the day during dinner, the small girl had finally woken up, and was startled by the presence of Roland in the room and asking if she slept well. He introduced himself and gave the girl some soup that Layla had made, saying that he couldn't guarantee the taste, but it was better than nothing, which Layla walked in with an upset expression since she felt insulted by his words. So the child started color and transformed her into her cat form. Layla yelled in confusion and anger, until the girl started to speak, excitement blazing her wide eyes, as Roland picked up the cat and told the girl to take care of it, while the cat complained greatly about the situation, and yelled at Roland to turn her back and have the child unhanded her. The girl asked if taking care of it.
Someone listening to Christmas stuff?
Huh?
Somebody listening to Christmas? Oh. I was like, what?
Don't worry, I'll be blasting Christmas music in my car soon.
Huh?
Don't worry, I'll be blasting Christmas music in my car soon.
Okay. I mean, it can also be in the house.
Not right now.
Not now. I just mean in general. It can also be in the house.
He just wanted to confirm something, but a meow interrupted them and was heard outside the building. Roland opened a window and asked the girl what she was doing there, before eventually letting her into the kill, while everyone stared and talked about how dependable Roland was for taking care of the girl. He apologized for the girl coming there, but Melia said that it was fine, and that they could try to ask permission from the branch director. However, Morley walked in and said that wasn't going to happen because the place was not a nursery, to which Roland thought that was fair. Morley started to complain about how he hated children since they were loud and annoying, but Iris walked into the room after all the commotion and learned about the situation, before immediately giving permission for Roland to let the girl stay, as long as she didn't cause any trouble. Morley was confused and frustrated, asking Iris if it was fine to give Roland so much freedom, and tried to complain that he was always the first to go home and did not take work seriously. But Iris said that was only the case since he would always finish his work, and to give himself the opportunity to leave work earlier because of that. Iris just told Roland to keep the girl in the reception office. He told the child to behave, while he would come to check on her every once in a while. The girl smiled brightly when she was patted on the head by Roland. Once work was done, the girl was taken back to the house of Roland and Layla. They had given the girl a name, Maylee, which was an old demon word that they were since they needed someone to call her, she was shouting her name. The girl seemed to be happy with the name and jumped with joy, as Layla asked Roland to wanted that he could make her an adventurer. He was also wanting to find someone who could teach her how to be normal as well. And Layla was about to make an offer before Roland suggested to himself that he could ask Melia for help, causing Layla to walk away in a huff. But eventually, Roland would tell Maylee about the training sessions that they were going to have every day until morning. Their first sessions were just going to be running, but the girl seemed to already be having trouble with it. She would get tired at first, but with time, Maylee would learn to build that stamina, and she would become more used to it. Roland asked the girl if she remembered her time as a slave, but Maylee still couldn't remember a single thing from her past. Layla called them in for dinner. However, she was not in a good mood. She glared at Roland and told him that she was not a help. He reassured her that he never thought of her at all, and so Layla admitted that she just wanted more attention from Roland, since he seemed to be giving all of his attention to the girl. But Roland couldn't tell what she meant, and asked if she wanted him to train her as well, making the girl whine and complain. Night came around, and everyone seemed to be asleep, except for Roland, who immediately noticed an unfamiliar presence outside of the house. Roland had to deal with it, but was confused as to who would have been the target of the assassin, since it was highly unlikely for anyone to know of Layla's identity, so this had to mean only one thing. The assassin was here for the girl. As the days continued, Roland continued to train Maylee, and she would hold a branch while trying to swing at the dark-haired man, who dodged every attack with ease. Even if none of the attacks had landed, he still praised the girl, and told her that she wasn't doing bad at all, and all that was left for her was to get some real experiences. Maylee asked if there were names for the moves, to which Roland said that it wasn't needed, but that she was free to name them if she wanted. Layla told her that it was lunchtime, giving Maylee an opportunity to strike, as she yelled out one of her attacks, but the fact that he had shouted was the main reason why he was able to block her so easily, making her pout and throw the branch in frustration. The girl ran to Layla for comfort, but Layla agreed with Roland, and said that it was not a game and he wouldn't lose to some kids anyway, causing Maylee to get upset once again. It had been a few days since the assassin incident, and there had been no movement since then, but Roland didn't think it would end just like that. As the day, Layla asked Roland why he was teaching her assassin moves, instead of swordsmanship or martial arts, because he wanted her to become an adventurer. He didn't want her to have a naive way of thinking that other adventurers have, by thinking that they could fail be one, to which she responded without hesitation. They went to Guild when he saw them, confused about why he was there on his day off. He explained that he was there to register Maylee as an adventurer, even despite how young she was. Amelia went off to get the form for the girl to write on. Before explaining that the test would include a magic power measurement and a practical test. The practical test would be different, but he was unfortunately examined by Morley. This was a disappointment for many reasons, not that Maylee would lose, just the fact that it was with Morley. They walked off toward the battle area, as he confidently said that it was his job to teach children to stop dreaming. But everyone was already ready to laugh at him. Roland gave the girl a sheathed dagger to fight with, as he told her to do what they had been doing at their training, and Maylee and Morley stood posed from each other ready for battle. Melia started the test, and Morley immediately charged forward to swing a heavy attack with a wooden sword, claiming that victory goes to whoever makes the first move. But Maylee was easily able to swiftly dodge it and hit Morley in the rear. She did this many upon many times, and Morley would eventually beg for the child to stop. But that meant she had passed the practical test, despite there still being room for growth in her magic due to her being so young. In the end, she passed the adventurer's test as a whole, and the three were going to have a feast as a celebration. Layla picks up the girl at home, but this action seems to make Maylee remember something. A flash going through her mind, but she decided to dismiss it for now. The girl ran into the guild while begging Roland for a quest, but he explained to her once again that there was no combat without Suddenly, Dice barged through the door and tried to take her away, but Layla and Roland refused to give the girl up to the knights, causing them to decide that it was time to use violence against them. Roland walked out with a sigh and punched one of the knights in the face, sending him to the ground as everyone in the room stared at his judgment. Suddenly, the man whom the knights worked under, Baladel the feudal lord, walked in and asked for the girl, calling her Alias. Layla refused, and Baladel noticed her beauty, trying to ask for Layla to come with him as well. But she slapped the old man away, as Roland was the only man who could touch her. Baladel didn't seem to recognize Roland until he took off his glasses, and asked how his brother was doing, saying that if Baladel came back, Roland would forgive him and not tell anyone the dirty tricks he used to succeed at his throne. Baladel was suddenly cooperative, and started to apologize for his actions, and what the knights did. And Roland felt satisfied with this. But he still wanted the old man to tell him everything he knew about the girl. After learning what he could do, Baladel was eventually permitted to leave, since Roland couldn't do much asking of the nobles, since that was not a normal thing to do, and he could move on to Baladel and the knights. Roland walked back into the guild with everyone's eyes on him, wondering who he was for making the feudal lord kneel on the ground. He told Maylee that everything was going to be okay, making her remember another thing that she quickly dismissed, before saying that he was going to take the quest that he said. Night came around and Maylee was already asleep, and Roland was quick to tell Layla that Maylee was actually a princess from the Badenhart kingdom that had already fallen, and seemed to have lost her memories. Layla did not seem happy to hear this, and Roland opened his arms to give Layla a hug, and she asked if there was anyone waiting for Maylee. But Roland didn't know, and said that he might have to leave to ask King Randolph about it later. Maylee lied in bed, and wondered when her memories had returned. Thinking back on the times she had interacted with Roland and Layla, and many other things she had done after being enslaved. She remembered a large mansion being her home, while she had kind parents and 3 siblings. However, something had happened and all of that was taken away from Maylee. After that, Maylee didn't understand anything and it all seemed to go dark. At least, that was until she met Roland in the alleyway. It was now back in the present, as Maylee got out of her bed and walked over to the bedroom of Roland and Layla to ask if she could sleep in there for the night. Maylee got into bed and hugged the dark-haired man, until Layla popped her head out of the covers with a frustrated howl, since Layla's presence ruined her plan to do things with Roland. And now she wouldn't get a chance before he would be away for a while. Maylee noticed that Layla had no clothes on and asked if she wasn't cold, to which Layla said that it was fine since she was in bed, and told the girl to get in between them to give Roland some space to sleep. The girl asked where Roland was going, and he said that he was going to leave for 2 days for work stuff, while Maylee would stay with Layla. This information caused the girl to hug Roland with a sad expression. Layla joined in and hugged the both of them, and they all slept with a warm embrace. The next day, Maylee told Layla that she was going to Guild, and would catch up with her when she was done, and Layla continued to work around the house and wonder what Roland was doing. Roland, in fact, was in King Randolph's bedroom at the moment, attempting to slap the old man awake, which worked, but also scared him greatly. The old man had to be reassured that he wasn't being killed, before Roland explained that he had a favor to ask, which was hard to do without Randolph's help, and the matter was about the princess of Badenhart.
Why was that
Oh,
Roland
fuck.
wanted Randolph to tell Mandy's mother about the situation, and promptly made his leave to return back home. He came back before Mandy was back to the guild, and Layla told Roland about how everyone was talking about the girl all along, accusing promising newbie to them. The conversation was interrupted by Roland saying that Mandy's mother was alive, and would be picking the girl up in 2 days, seemingly making Layla look away with a sad smile. Roland noticed the change and stared with silence, as Layla tried to be positive about it and said that there was no way she was going to be sad and Bailey would be reunited with her family. Because of the fact that Bailey had been more days, they were going to be the greatest 2 days that Bailey had ever spent. They were happy with the girl that her day would eventually come. Layla fixed the girl's appearance once again, and the pair pulled up as they walked up to Bailey's mother, or rather, Bailey. All the memories seemed to rush back to the girl as the two warmly embraced with tears, and the girl's mother thanked the two for their care. Her mother would not forget this day, and she told her daughter to take the time to say her farewell to her, which the girl walked up to Roland and Layla to tell them that she was glad to met them, and learned. Layla told the girl that this was not going to be her last farewell, and she could always visit them whenever she desired. The girl agreed and said that she would also write letters, but the girl also seemed to mention that she was going to be Roland's wife someday in the future, to which Roland just responded that he understood, making Layla confused and jealous from the answer he gave. With that, the girl gave one last tearful smile to the two, and said once again that she was happy to have met them, before going off with her mother, as Roland and Layla had the same feeling as well. Roland visited King Roland once again, and slapped him in the face to wake the old man up once more. He jumped awake with a scream as his wide eyes stared at the dark-haired male in shock, confused on why Roland was still coming, and wondering if Roland was going to kill him for real that time. Roland quickly corrected the old man and said that he was there to thank Rudolph for the other day to repay his debt. The king tried to wave it off and say that there was no need, since Roland had already helped the lost before when he was an assassin. But Roland insisted that he should repay it, since it had nothing to do with his past and he owed the king a favor as a normal person. Rudolph hummed and thought for a moment before eventually stumbling upon something in mind for Roland to do and to make even with, and it was about his daughter, first princess and a hero, Almeria. Roland wondered if there was something wrong with the girl, and there was, because after defeating and subjugating the demon king, she's been feeling down. And
You okay, my love?
the maid asked her what was wrong. The maid had learned that Almeria was feeling down because her loved one had suddenly disappeared.
You want me to put you to sleep when I'm done?
They made a promise to love together after the subjugation. Roland nodded, seeming as though he was understanding the situation.
I would like that,
He just
but
had
not
to
now.
find that person.
I said when I'm done.
What time would that be, babe?
What time is it now?
8:12.
What time do you plan on going to bed?
Probably around like 10 o'clock.
So an hour? 9?
And Almeria
It's gonna take us an hour to finish.
was talking about Roland himself, and just told him to cheer the
Maybe
girl up.
9:30?
Roland made his way back to the city while wondering what he was going to do, since even if he was told it was said, Roland
It doesn't always take an hour.
Almeria.
Sometimes it's fast.
Taking royalty was not something that normal people
9:30.
did anyway. But he
It's
had
just
to pay
that
his debt.
sometimes when we
When
really
he
get
finally arrived
into
home, he
it,
explained the
it's
whole
so
situation to Layla, who remembered who Almeria was, proceeding to call Roland a troublesome situation against himself.
Are you hungry?
But Roland
I am.
making such
You don't feel like making anything, do you?
I want to cook. I've been actually fighting the fear of wanting to cook and being lazy.
Same.
Because I've been looking at the thing on my phone.
You want to do the noodle thing, right?
Yeah. But I've just been lying here. Now to take a shower.
I gotta be at your grandmother's at 8. Question, because you gotta be at work at 7. If we leave early, could you drop me off at her place?
Watching as Layla proceeded to teach him the magic, and as expected, he learned it extremely
How do I get from the so from my grandma's house when I leave is just
You
going
go
to
up.
Cold
You
Spring?
go up towards no, not Cold Spring. So you'd go past Montebello Lake, through the park, like you're going towards the school, Montebello Lake School. There's a park right across the street from it. Go through the park, make a right, and you're gonna go down Erdman Avenue. Erdman Avenue will take you to
83.
no, you're not taking 83.
But is this a long roundabout way? I'd rather just go on 83.
You can't get to 83 from the east side, babe. Unless you come back to you're closer to work on the east side. So there's no point of coming back to west to catch 83. So you can go downtown and go back east. So from your grandmother's house, type in her address and look up Google Maps.
Cause I'm just about to say you can catch the bus.
Because where you'll end up off of is by Bayview Hospital. Right there over by Dundalk Avenue.
What's grandma's address again?
Put in my address, 3517 Greenmount Avenue.
Here we go. 3201 Frisbee. Oh, it's 25 minutes.